It's an incredible time we live in. Our faces unlock our phones. We can have conversations with our watches, and soon, cars will drive us. One thing that hasn't really benefited from all these monumental advances: coloring our hair. For ladies, and I've heard this from practically all the women in my life, there are basically two options: go to a salon and spend lots of time and money, or grab a box kit at the drugstore. But now, there's a new way: Madison Reed. It took a strong woman to shake up the hair coloring world, and Amy Errett did just that with Madison Reed, the company she named after her daughter. And if you're thinking, okay, but how do I match my color? Don't worry. Madison Reed gives you the tools you need so you can color with confidence. Get ammonia-free, multitonal hair color delivered to your door for less than $25. Visit madison-reed.com to learn more. That's madison-reed.com. As a listener of Imagined Life, you'll get 10% off, plus free shipping on your first color kit. All you have to do is use the code IMAGINED. Again, that's madison-reed.com, code IMAGINED, to get 10% off, plus free shipping on your first color kit. Visit madison-reed.com to learn more. That's madison-reed.com.
When you were a little girl, you used to play a game with Di. You call it cliffhanger. One of you dangles off the top step of the family stairwell as if hanging onto a cliff for dear life, and the other sister would be the rescuer who pulls the other to safety most of the time. Sometimes you'd let the other plummet. That was part of the fun. When it comes to your fantasy life, you've always had a dark streak, and Di loved it. No matter what kind of wild story you'd make up or scenario you'd create to act out together, Di was on board. And the fact that the family lived close to both a rolling river and a huge forest made your adventures together even more thrilling and cinematic. Nearly 20 years later, Di is still the one who comes to your rescue. She invites you to come to the city where she recently settled with her new husband. Starting fresh in a new town, a place with no bad memories, sounds like it could be good. But let's face it, you've got nowhere else to go. Going to live with your father is not an option. He remarried 2 years after your mother died to the woman who had been his secretary, and things between you have been tense. So it's your sister Di or Di. Determined not to be a burden, you find an apartment in the city for you and Jessica. It's a total dump, but it's home. No, it's not. It's a total dump. Mice, bugs, hidden misheating. But the humiliations are just beginning. You apply for government assistance. University graduate, young professional, and now you're going on welfare. It's form after form, interview after interview, all revolving around one thing: how you managed to make such an unmitigated disaster of your life. It says here you were working in Portugal. What were you doing? I was teaching English. Why can't you teach here? I can, but I lack the proper certificate, which I plan to get as soon as I get on my feet a little bit. It's quite an involved process. It takes like a year. The interviewer looks down at you over his glasses and makes a few notes. He thinks you're a total loser. You're certain of it. A drag on society. It doesn't help matters that just a few months ago, a national politician gave an interview where he basically laid the blame for all the ills of society on single mothers. Like you. I see, he says. But what you hear is, hope you're pleased with yourself, young lady. You've ruined the country. You know what would be fun? To hit the pompous know-it-all in the face with a shovel. What about your husband? He's in Portugal. We're divorcing. Are you sure there's no saving it? I'm not sure this is the right place to discuss that, but yes, I'm sure. I'm positive. Mr. Interviewer takes a few notes, then reads over your forms in silence, occasionally offering a disapproving grunt or sigh. As you fixate on the stamp on his desk, the one you need to get your money, you imagine yourself looking down on the sad scene from above. You can't believe you found yourself here, in spite of always doing what was expected of you. Everything your parents feared for you all your life, that you'd end up penniless and destitute with no job, no prospects, and no husband. It's all come to pass. Okay, then. Give this to the clerk outside. Thank you. The next 2 years are the hardest of your life, and you have a tiny baby to take care of. But thank God you do. Some days, she's the only thing that gets you through. You pick up some secretarial work here and there, but only enough to keep you under the limit to still receive benefits. You battle depression. Not the I'm feeling a bit bummed out today kind, but the deep, impossibly dark kind that settles in like a dense storm cloud and never seems to lift. One day you're at a girlfriend's house and she's telling you a story. Something about a party she went to with her husband and children, but you can't focus on it at all. All you can think about is how many freaking toys they have. Dolls, cars, stuffed animals, Legos, puzzles, more Legos, action figures, balls, a big wheel. Jessica's toys, meanwhile, can fit in a shoebox. All of them. You know that for sure because that's where you store them. In a shoebox. How is this fair? Why is your friend's life so perfect and yours is such a shambles? You did everything you were supposed to do. You're a smart, capable person with a college degree and a profession. Is there something you're missing? And the nagging voice deep inside that keeps telling you, this is not the person you were supposed to be. Well, there's not enough Tchaikovsky in the world to drown it out. That afternoon when you get home, you take Jessica's toys out of that good old trusty shoebox for her to play with, and you cry for 20 minutes straight. You consider suicide. You truly do. The pain of your mother's loss is something that never leaves you, but you could never put that on your daughter. So, you seek treatment for your depression. It helps. Over time, it seems like the cloud starts to lift. Maybe you're imagining it, but what does it matter if you are? A lift is a lift. You're leaving your therapist's office one day to meet your sister Di for coffee, and you realize something profound. There's an upside to bottoming out, as you so spectacularly have. Freedom. Thanks to your complete and utter failure, you can now strip away the inessential and be who you really are. Finally. All my life, I've done what other people wanted me to do. What Mom and Dad expected me to do. You're with Di in the cafe her husband bought after moving into the city. And what did all that acquiescing get me? Nothing. I mean, look where I am. I thought you said our cafe was cute. It is. You know what I mean. I mean, generally. So what are you gonna do? I'm going to stop pretending to be anything other than what I actually am. And what I am is a writer. It's the first time you said it out loud like that, and it makes your cheeks flush, your heart races, you feel exposed, a little embarrassed. You look down, stir your coffee. Here's to my sister, the writer, then. She raises a cup, and you meet it with yours. For the record, I knew it all along. You think again about the one who got away. That boy on the train. Where did he go? Maybe you can find him again now that you're free. The truth is, he's not that hard to find, because he never really left you. Even through all the high drama in Portugal, he was there. You'd usually spend the hours before work in a cafe, daydreaming and writing in longhand about his burgeoning talent, his bouts of self-doubt, his adventurous spirit. You know he's not husband material. He's a lot younger than you, for starters. And he spends so much time with his friends, they're more like his family. And maybe there just isn't room for anyone else in his life. And then there's the fact that he's a fictional character. This feels like the bigger impediment. He inhabits a fantasy world that doesn't actually exist. You can't get to it by a plane or train or car or skateboard. Talk about geographically inconvenient. Yes, it's true. He lives in a box of notebooks and scrap papers you brought back with you from Portugal. And this guy doesn't even exist to anyone but you. But you've never believed in anything like you believe in him. And with nothing left to lose, you're going to see his story through, or go down trying. One day you give Di your 2-line elevator pitch of the story, and she laughs. Thank God. If she hadn't, this newfound I'm a writer, hear me roar empowerment thing you've got going might have dissolved right in front of you like cotton candy in a mud puddle. You develop a routine.
Okay.
You
Hi
push
there,
Jessica
sorry.
in her carriage from your apartment to your brother-in-law's
Carl,
cafe
right?
2 miles from your home, in the hopes that
It's
she'll
actually
crash out
playing
and
right
get
now.
Then you write
Have
for
you
a few
guessed it
hours
so
at a
far?
quiet table upstairs. Then you do it again
I can
the
put it
next
back
day.
a little bit.
Sometimes you pick a different cafe,
Card
sometimes
Lux.
a bar.
I like it.
For a chapter involving a key athletic event, you head to a sports bar for inspiration. You keep going, even while you juggle the rest of your life.
Here, let me
caring
put
for
it
your
back.
baby, picking up the odd secretarial job, makeup or scenario you'd create to act out together.
Let's see.
Di was on board.
Okay, do you remember this
And
part?
the fact
This
that
is
the family lived close to
the
both
sister.
a rolling river and a huge forest made your adventures together even more thrilling and cinematic. Nearly 20 years later, Di is still the one who comes to your rescue. She invites you to come to the city where she recently settled with her new husband. Starting fresh in a new town, a place with no bad memories, sounds like it could be good. But let's face
sorry.
it, you've got nowhere else to go. Going to live with your father is not an option.
I
He
forgot.
remarried.
Oh,
2
it's
years
J.K.
after
Rowling.
Died,
Sorry.
to the woman who had
Train
been his
guy,
secretary,
fictional
and
character.
things between you have been tense. So it's your sister Di or Di. Determined not to be a burden, you find an apartment in the city for you and Jessica. It's a total dump, but it's home. No, it's not. It's a total dump. Mice, bugs, hidden misheating. But the
There was
humiliations
there
are
was some
just
hints
beginning.
there. There's the big ones are coming up like in
You apply
about a moment
for
here.
government assistance. University graduate, young professional, and now you're going on welfare. It's form after form, interview after interview, all revolving around one thing. How you managed to make such an unmitigated disaster of your
Isaac.
life.
I like
says
it.
here
That's
you were
my
working in
sister's
Portugal.
partner's
What were
name.
you doing? I was teaching English. Why can't you teach here? I can, but I lack the
Okay.
proper certificate, which I plan to get as soon
I like
as
Carlux.
I get on my
That's kinda
feet.
cool.
It's quite
What do
an
you think about this
involved
yellow window
process.
over here?
It
Should I
takes
keep
a
it yellow
year.
or should I put it white?
The interviewer looks down at you over his glasses, makes a few notes. He thinks you're a total loser. You're certain of it. A drag on society.
White.
It doesn't help matters that just a few months ago, a national politician gave an interview where he basically laid the blame for all the ills of society on single mothers. Like you. I see,
Oh,
he
but
says.
these do look nice
But what
and
you hear
yellow.
is, hope you're pleased with yourself, young lady. You've ruined the country. You know what would be fun? To hit the pompous know-it-all in the face with a shovel. What about your husband?
Yeah, and
He's
because I
in
like
Portugal.
these yellow,
We're
I think I'll keep it
divorcing.
yellow. You're
Are
right.
you sure there's
I
no
like it.
saving it? I'm not sure this is the right place
I have
to
my cats
discuss
here,
that, but
both
yes,
of them.
I'm sure.
Okay,
I'm
so
positive.
I haven't
Mr.
talked about my
Interviewer
cats.
takes a few notes, then reads over your forms in
One
silence,
cat I
occasionally
have
offering a
is the one that I
disapproving
showed is
grunt or
Frida.
aside. As you fixate on the stamp on his desk,
She's a
the one you
rescue.
need to get your money.
Someone like she was
Can you imagine
found
yourself
at
looking down on the
a
sad scene from
children's
above? You
some
can't really
child
defend
care
yourself.
center,
In spite
and
of always doing
someone
what was
had tried to
expected of
like
you.
clip their ear because I don't know if you
Everything
know
your
about
parents feared for you all your life,
TNR. It's
that
the
you'd end
Trap
up
Neuter Release
penniless
Program.
and destitute.
Thank
No
you.
job, no prospects, and no
But the TNR program is the Trap Neuter Release
It's all
program that we
for the
have here
cats.
for cats because they like it's overpopulated.
Okay, then.
So
Give
they
this to
trap
the clerk
some
outside.
feral
Thank you.
cats. They'll neuter them and then release them right back to their community
The
once
next
they
2
have
years are
like
the
the
hardest
shots
of
and
your life.
everything.
And
And
you
then
have a
a
tiny
way
baby
to
to
let
take
them
care
know or like let the public know
But
like
thank
this
God you
cat
do.
was already
Some
through
days,
the TNR
She's the
program.
only thing that gets
They
you
kind
through.
of clip their
You
ear
pick up some
at the
secretarial
corner,
work here and there, but only enough to keep you under
which has been
limit
like
to still receive
controversial
benefits.
kind of thing.
You battle depression.
Anyway, my
Not
cat,
that
someone tried to
I'm
do that to
feeling
her,
a bit
but then
bummed out today,
sell
Connie,
her.
but
They
the
didn't
deep
really like do the whole
and
trap
possibly
neuter
dark
release
kind
program. They just
that
clipped her
settles in
ear.
like a dense storm
So
of
she
cloud that
hates
never
being
seems to
carried or loved or anything. It's really hard for her to kind of be okay with that. But she's a total sweetheart. A total sweetheart.
day, you
It
at a
takes her
girlfriend's
like a
house
little
and she's
while for
telling
her
you
to
a
come
story.
around and love everyone, but
Something about
she's
a
a
party
sweetheart.
she went to
And
with her
then
husband
the
and
other
children,
cat we
but
got, which
you
they're
can't
like
focus on it at all.
they're like pawing at each
All
other
you
right
can
now.
think about
It's
is
Penny,
how many freaking
and
toys
she's
they
also
dolls, cars, stuffed animals,
she's also
Legos, puzzles, more Legos, action
a
figures,
rescue.
balls, a big wheel.
But
Jessica's
she
toys,
just came
meanwhile,
because my
can
partner
fit in
was
a
just like, I
shoebox.
want a cat
All
really
of them.
badly. This
You know
is
that
the
for sure
perfect cat.
because
She's
that's
so
where you
cute.
store
She's
them.
a Siamese
In a
mix.
shoebox.
Hold on.
How is this fair?
Hi,
Your friend's
honey.
life's so perfect and yours is such a
Hi,
shambles.
kitty.
You did everything you were supposed to do.
She's pretty good
You're a
being
smart,
carried.
capable person with a college degree and a profession.
But right now she's playing with Frida.
Is there
So
something you're missing? And the nagging voice deep inside
oh my
keeps
gosh.
telling you, this is not the person you were supposed to be.
they're
Well,
adorable.
there's
But
not
they
enough
keep
Tchaikovsky in the world to drown
they'll get
out.
to the corner of the they'll get to the corner of the
That
desk
afternoon, you
and
go
then they'll
home.
just push each other
You take
off.
Jessica's toys out
And
of
they're just so
that
mean to
good
each
old
other that
trusty
way.
shoebox for her to
But
play with,
yeah, adorable.
and you cry for 20 minutes straight.
It's actually Penny Lane.
You consider suicide. You truly do. The pain of your mother's loss is something that never leaves you. But you could never put that on your
Let's see,
daughter.
I think that's good on
So,
windows here. I'll just
You
add
seek
some greenery.
treatment for your depression. It helps. Over time,
Okay.
it seems like the
I did
cloud
some
starts to
things
lift.
here.
Maybe you're imagining it, but what does it
I know
matter
that I
if you
had
are?
this
Lift
one was
is a
over
lift.
here. I removed that. I decided to put a little toddler area.
You're leaving your therapist's office one day to meet your sister.
This is
down
gonna
for
be the land
coffee when you
center.
realize something
So
profound. There's an
I'm
upside to
thinking
bowing out, as you so spectacularly have. Freedom.
TV and
Thanks to your complete and utter
I'm just gonna
failure,
do
you can
it
now
actually
strip
instead
away
of
the
just talking
inessential
about
and
it.
be who you really are. Finally. All my life, I've done what other people wanted me to do.
I don't think I have
What
any
Mom and Dad
couches.
expected me to do.
I did this part. I
You're
don't know.
with Di in the cafe her husband bought after moving into the city.
I don't know if we got
And what
we
did
got to
all
this
that
part, but it's so
acquiescence
pretty.
get me?
It's
Nothing.
not too Christmassy, right?
Look where I am. I thought you said our cafe was cute. It is. You know what I mean. I mean, generally.
Oh,
So
thank
even
you.
I'm
You
going
should
to stop
stream.
pretending to be anything other than what I actually am. And what I am is a writer.
I like this. So
It's
this
the
is
first
supposed to
time
be
you
like
said it out loud like that.
kind of like a
It makes
nerd
your cheeks
hangout
flush,
teen
your heart
area,
races,
but not just
you feel
teens, just
exposed,
anybody that likes
a little
sweet.
embarrassed.
I'm thinking in the gaming
You look
community,
down,
anybody in the art
stir your
community.
coffee.
They'll
Here's
just
to
come
my
out here and
sister, the
chill.
writer, then.
But
She raises a
they're
cup,
all smart.
and you read it with yours.
So
For the
I have
record, I knew it all
these
along.
little clues on
You think again about the one who got away.
space and science and
That boy
stuff.
on the train.
You about city living? How did you like all the stuff in there? I think this
Maybe
is
you
part
can
of it,
find
right?
him again
Hold
now
on.
that you're free.
Oh
The
no,
truth
that's
is,
Tech
He's not
Guru.
that hard to find
But it's just Space
because he
King.
never really left you.
Light of my life.
Even through all the high drama in Portugal, he was there.
And then this
You'd
jukebox.
usually
This game was
spend the hours
Strangerville.
before work in a cafe, daydreaming and writing in longhand about his burgeoning talent, his bouts
And I
of
love
self-doubt,
using half walls
his
for my
adventurous
bathrooms.
You know he's not husband material. He's a lot younger than you, for starters.
Oh, here they're talking about
And he spends so much time with his friends. They're more like his family.
finally Harry Potter.
And maybe there just isn't room for anyone else in his life.
Yeah, just push the
And
other one
then
off.
There's the fact that he's a fictional character. This feels like the bigger impediment.
For city living,
He inhabits a fantasy world that doesn't actually exist. You can't get to it by a plane or train or car or skateboard. Talk about geographically inconvenient.
Okay, we have
Yes,
the
it's
space
true.
blanket bed.
He lives in a box
I do
of
like
notebooks
this one.
and
I use this
scrap papers
often,
you brought
especially
back
the
with you from
little
Portugal.
pink one for the girls, like
And
little
this guy
girls'
doesn't really
room.
exist
It's so cute.
to anyone but you. But you've
By the way,
never
I
believed
challenge
in
myself a
anything
lot
but
with
believing.
using different colors. I
And
haven't
with
done this
nothing left
one,
to lose,
but I'm gonna try to
you're
base the
going to
whole
see
room off
story
of like a
through,
weird
or go
bed
down
color.
trying.
Okay, then there's
One
this
day you
one.
could
It's a
die of your
used.
too
They
long
have that a lot. A
elevator
lot of
pitch
used
of the
stuff and
story,
then like the
and
new
she
stuff.
laughs. Thank God. If she hadn't,
I do like that
this
bed.
newfound I'm a writer, hear me roar empowerment thing you've got going might have dissolved
use this
right
one
in
a
front
lot.
of you like cotton candy in a mud puddle.
I think
You
this is
develop
better
a
light.
routine.
Okay.
You push Jessica in her carriage
It's
from your
so
apartment to your
pretty.
brother-in-law's cafe 2 miles from your home, in the hopes that she'll be crashed out when you get there.
With heaps of
Then you write
lights.
for
Oh,
a
that's
few hours at a
nice.
quiet
Is
table
it up in the
upstairs.
gallery?
Then you do it again the
I could
next
totally
day.
check it out.
Sometimes you
See,
pick a different
Sally's shell. I
sometimes
have
a
not
bar.
used this chair yet.
For a chapter involving
But
a
it is
key
really
athletic
cute, and I
event,
probably
you head to a
should.
sports bar for inspiration. You keep going, even while you juggle the
Okay,
rest
I
of your
do see a
life,
lot of
caring for
simmers
your
use
baby,
this
taking
one,
care
and
of
I
a
just
secretarial
started
job,
to use this one. I
cashing your
see why they
weekly
use it.
welfare check at the
It's
post
pretty.
office. Ugh,
And it fits
that
everywhere.
one's always a soul crusher.
I
The
don't know
summer
about
of
this chair.
1995 brings 3 jolts of much-needed good news. Your divorce from Georgie becomes final.
I love this chair.
Hasta la vista, baby.
A lot
You
of
score a coveted spot in a
flower
year-long
swatches with it.
certification
I
program that will allow you to work
used-
as a teacher again.
I use this
Best
one.
of all, thanks to a scholarship grant, you're able to come off public assistance for good. 7 years after dropping into your mind out of nowhere,
So cute.
your boy on the train is ready to be introduced to the world. You've finished your
Oh,
damn book.
okay. They do
Let's
have a
hold
lot
bit
of
of
pretty
applause
stuff
for that,
with
shall
city
we?
living. Oh my god.
No applause? Okay, fine. Plenty of time for that later. The book's done. Now you've got to figure out
this
how to
one's
get it out
cute.
there.
There's a coffee table, I think, for it.
Self-confidence has never been your strong suit, but you know that people are going to love this book. If you can get someone to print it,
Okay.
the gatekeepers are your
I
hurdle.
put a wall around a
Not
lot
careers.
than walls. Okay.
And you have 0 connections. So you pick up a book at the library called The Writers and Artists Yearbook
Let's see.
and start reaching out to random
Oh, I'm only gonna
literary
be on
agencies.
for about
You
30
invest in
minutes.
slick, high-tech looking plastic
Because then I
folder
have to go
to
pick
help
up
your
my
submissions
partner.
stand out, and bingo.
This
It catches the eye
performer
of an
stuff, they
assistant at
had a
one
lot
agency
of
who fishes it out of the slush pile and
art
calls you.
stuff with it.
Let's hear
This
it for
like
fancy
hookah
office
thing.
supplies.
The bubbler.
Handle books in your genre
Oh,
because they never make any money.
oh, I understand. It's the head of the agency.
But everybody
And all of
here
these
loves the book.
dolls
The
too.
humor, the clever illustrations you sent along with it.
Wow, thank you.
A lot of
And we
decorative
wanna thank you.
things. I use
It's
these on
the
my
best
parts a
news
lot.
you've gotten in... No, it's the best news you've gotten ever. You hang up and start dancing around the kitchen table and you don't stop for a long time. Jessica thinks Mommy's gone crazy and she likes crazy Mommy. The
What'd you do with
agency
the
starts to
cactus?
send the book out to publishers. Penguin's the first to pass. And then the rejections start to flood in.
Oh, I can put this somewhere
Two.
actually.
3, 4. Your goal was never to set the world on fire. 5, 6, 7. You just want someone anyone to print it. 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, but a yellow
You just
wall with
want to be able
cactus
to
in
walk
front.
into a bookstore and see.
So
your
is it
book.
like
That's been your number
Oh,
one daydream for as
I bet it
long
looks
as you could
3D-ish,
daydream.
right?
11. What if it
I mean,
doesn't
everything looks
happen?
3D-ish, but you know,
What
like
if
it really
no one
pops
wants
out.
it?
There's some stuff in The Sims, like for this instance, this wallpaper. You can tell that it looks like it's.
Who says 13 is
If you were a Sim and to touch it, it would taste. It would feel like a brick. But this wallpaper on the inside,
Bloomsbury. It even sounds
no,
like a
that does
verdant
not feel like a
garden of
brick.
creation. You score a modest advance, not enough to give up teaching and buy an island.
Okay,
Something. While you wait for the book to be published,
I want to check it out. Are you gonna
work on
stream?
writing the sequel, while tending to Jessica and teaching French at a local
I'll listen
school.
in.
You
I mean, I
feel
won't
like
like
you're pregnant
watch
with a
fully
baby
because
no
I'll
one
be
can
driving,
see.
but I'll
And
totally
you're
listen
very
in.
Careful about who to tell about it. You don't want to jinx anything.
I don't really feel like
One day,
playing. I want to check
one
out
of your
all of this
students, a
city
rather
living stuff.
scattered girl
Oh, well,
named
that was it
Maggie,
actually. Okay.
shows up late to class with no paper to write on.
Ooh.
Go to my desk and grab a few sheets from the top drawer. A few minutes later, you've
That
noticed
looks
that Maggie
nice.
hasn't returned to her seat. You look over and see she's still at your desk. She's discovered some pages from your new follow-up novel, and she's completely immersed. Maggie, come back to your seat. Are you a writer? You don't know how to respond. Why don't you just say yes? Yes, I'm a writer, and I have a book coming out next year.
There we go.
Why is that so hard? It's just a hobby. Now, come back
Okay.
and sit down. The day finally comes when your book is published.
Let's see.
And your dream of
Go
walking
to your
into a bookstore and
page.
seeing it is everything you dreamed. But then you look at the sheer number of books that aren't yours, lining shelf after shelf. All the books in the world. Why should anyone choose your book over all these others? You say a silent prayer to the literary gods. Please let it do well enough that you'll let me do more. Because you have so many ideas for storylines and characters, some actually written down, and some just banging around in your head. If this ends up being a one
Wow,
and
my
done
Twitch is
situation,
being really slow right
what are
now.
you supposed to do with them all? Do you think the voices in your head will just sit down and shut up? Not a chance. It's gotta do well. Otherwise, you'll just have to get a head transplant. Because
Either
you'll
way,
be
I could,
living with it.
whichever one.
The first day it's published, you walk around the city with tucked under one arm. 2 days after the book hits
I
the
could totally have
stores,
my tab up
4-year-old
here,
Jessica
watch
learns
YouTube.
to say the title and often shouts it out unprovoked. Hey, free advertising is free advertising. 3 days after the book is published, you get a call from your agent saying that your life's just changed. He tells you the international rights for your book were just sold at
I think I
auction
just
with a
put
whopping
these-
sum of $100,000. You nearly fall off your chair. Soon after, you're on the phone joking with the publisher who bought it. Are you sure there wasn't some mistake? My book's very specific to the culture it's set in. Do you think it'll translate overseas?
Well, it better, or I'm out $100,000.
You're not sure if you should laugh, so you sort of half laugh.
Congratulations again, and one more thing.
Ooh, I like your cover photo thing.
Thanks. I am. With the windfall from the international rights, you're able to leave teaching behind and make your living as a full-time writer. That was always the dream, even when you dared not to share it with anyone, or even admit it to yourself. Anything over and above that is gravy.
Gravy.
It's a good thing you
Who
like
says
gravy.
that?
The
Anything
book
up and above
becomes
that
a
is gravy.
worldwide phenomenon, and almost overnight, you become wealthier than you could ever imagine. The moment you know you really made it happens during your second book tour. As your car approaches the Barnes & Noble, where you're set to appear, you see a line of people waiting that goes on for blocks, and blocks, and blocks.
Oh, I hate these. Have you
Is there
done
a
this?
sale
Where you have to
ask the
try and
escort from your publisher's
get this
office.
column to go
Nope,
at the
They're all here for you. It's official. You're
corner.
the new Beatles. There's a lot of kids in line, not surprisingly, but also adults without kids. people of all age, shapes, sizes, and colors, but they all have one thing in common. They're clutching a copy of your book.
It's gonna pop up somewhere.
Your newfound fame comes with some downsides, mostly related to privacy. But you manage the best you can.
You're live! Hi! I haven't done gameplay. I should probably do gameplay. Oh, I'm gonna take forever on this. Okay, I will do this another time.
The biggest upside? You get to spend your days doing what you love. The only part of your life that's unsatisfying is your love life. Not just unsatisfying, non-existent. You survived Portugal, you survived poverty and depression. You made your wildest dream come true, but now I want to fall in love again. You're having dinner with a girlfriend at the kind of restaurant you used to walk by when you were poor and think, who can pay that much for pasta? What qualities should Mr. Wright have? Let's make a list. I need to be with someone intelligent. Intelligence? Good. I would like him to have his own career. Own career. Makes sense. And kindness
I like
is
that
important.
living room.
Someone with a strong sense of who he is. And integrity. Did I already say integrity? I don't think so. So yes, integrity. Add that to the list. Your friend holds up her wine glass as if to toast to it and then says, forget it. It's never gonna happen. The next week, you meet a man who has all of those qualities. And he's a doctor to boot. So there. You marry him in December 2001. In the library of your home, surrounded by your loved ones and your books, which seems fitting. It's lost on no one that your groom looks like a grown-up version of Train Guy, right down to the trademark wire-rimmed glasses. Over the next 7 years, you'll have 2 children together, a son, David, and a daughter, Mackenzie, to go along with your firstborn, Jessica. You will also publish 6 follow-up novels to that first book. Each will be a monster hit, and feature details cribbed from your own life. You'll turn the clinical depression you experienced into a horrifying mob of monsters that steal the joy and life force out of everything they touch, but can be kept at bay with chocolate. Above all, it will be the loss of your mother that resonates most profoundly throughout the epic saga of your orphaned hero. It's there on every page, linking the saddest and the happiest parts of your life together forever. The day on the train when you first thought up your fictional hero was 6 months before your mother's passing. Your biggest regret in life is that you never told her about him. She would have loved him. You're certain of it, just like the rest of the world. The most gratifying part of all your success has been that it's allowed you to give millions to causes close to your heart, like multiple sclerosis research, the National Council for One-Parent Families, and Amnesty International. You've also started your own charity, Lumos, to help institutionalize children around the world. The girl who often got scolded for daydreaming in school is living a life beyond her wildest dreams. But that doesn't mean you'll be able to communicate anything of value to these Harvard people. And
Thank you.
yeah, cameras. There's going to be
Sorry,
two.
I always do that.
Just shoot me now.
Yeah, I like your living room. I
The
was
sun's
watching
back
that
out.
you were
It's actually
streaming.
a beautiful day.
I said that I like your
So much
living
for
room, that
getting
it was
struck by lightning.
luxurious, kind of like
Oh,
these
I was making a
windows
joke
and the
about how I
leaves that
wanted
were
struck
coming
by
out of them.
lightning, so I don't have to go out there and speak. Oh,
Did you build your house?
you stop walking. Another 2 steps and the people in the crowd
Okay.
will be able to see that you're there. If you turn and run now, they won't. There's still time to flee and plead food poisoning or something, alien abduction. But then you remember, for all of your insecurities, for all your shyness and ambivalence about the
Okay.
spotlight, there's one thing you know is true about yourself. One thing you've never doubted. Not through poverty, not through Portugal, not through all of it. And it's this. You know
Ooh.
how to tell a story. So,
It's
one
a
foot in front
big
of the other,
kitchen.
you go out there and you tell a story.
Okay, I see what you did
Your
about the
story.
windows and the yellow walls. I like
Focusing on
that.
2 themes you are extremely well acquainted with. The upside of failure
Okay.
and the power of imagination.
Go ahead
You
and
start off
make this one. Okay.
There's a bar over here too.
Nice. I like your bar. I dig it. Your aquarium is like in between the walls, right?
That's the sign.
It's the same. Okay. I see. Oh, I'm loving this. You have a VIP section. How much is this going for in the gallery? Or well, I mean in the game period. I dig that. I like that. Is this like a dog showcase?
I have 2 puppies and 1 kitten.
Okay. Aww. What are their names? That's so cute. Ooh, I'm loving this outdoor area. Good job. Like, this is really nice.
See, this is the entrance I was talking about. Like how it's just,
Okay.
it looks wrong here.
What do you mean by wrong? Is it like too close to the street? Kind of?
Yeah, I mean like over here it's just, it looks like it should be in a different place.
Let's see. Show me the other side of the house. Where the pool is.
Like that's all that's all there is.
No, okay, right here. So, what if you put a gate
Because I was
somewhere
gonna
on
make
this
a
side?
movie theater and a bowling alley.
Okay, I see that. I like it. How long have you been have you been on this so far? On this build?
Yeah, but I have to buy the packs.
Okay.
Like a week.
I see. It used to take me forever on my builds too. It still kind of does. Like this one I've
I
been
mean,
taking.
I got this library here, but I don't think it matches the house.
Where's the library? Oh, I see it. Okay.
Because of the color scheme.
Um, let me see. What about a city living wallpaper there? They have some like luxurious ones. They kind of go with the rest of the house. I have one in mind. Give me a second.
I think I might start again and just build when I have more expansions and packs.
You can do each like expansion each room. Or you could build on it too. But I do know what you mean.
I have to buy the movie theater expansion, the movie theater pack, and a bowling alley pack.
Yeah.
But I was thinking maybe I'll go to city living, start an apartment, and play on that, and then just come back to this later, or just start over because the entrance is like wrong, or it looks wrong to me.
Okay.
Because I was thinking of doing like a 2-story with a basement, but when I was trying to build it, it all sunk to the ground, and I lost it all.
Oh no. Okay. Was it like split
See,
level?
another thing is I wanted to put like a walkway through here, but this sign is in the way.
Okay. Could you make the
This
walls
sign,
bigger?
yeah, it's like,
Oh no, the sign would be in the way either way.
and then I think I'll change the water feature.
Okay. I
But
do
does
what
this
you
look all wrong? Like the layout?
No, you have it very nicely spaced out and it all makes sense. Like from one room to the next. I like the outdoor area. It's right where it should be.
I mean, this side's even.
Right. I like it.
This side's even, but then this side is like a window off.
I don't see it. Oh, now I see it. Okay.
Yeah, because what I did was I made the kitchen first down here. I made this first, and then I made this, but it was downstairs, and then I eventually bring it upstairs to make more room. And then the third thing I was building was this bar here.
Okay.
But it feels like I have like limited resources because of the expansions. So I can't
Okay.
make the most out
I
of
know
every
what you
room
mean.
because I'm missing furniture.
I know what you mean. Okay. Well, if you have an idea of what you want, you can always go ahead and put in,
this was the best
like, replace
room.
those items later, but just put those space, like the those little cube spaces. Like if you know that you want a couch that's for 3 Sims versus 2 Sims, you can go ahead and just put that big couch there and then replace it later on when you have those expansion packs.
Because I wanted to make something outside also. But I need another pack.
That's a nice entrance for you to do
For
some
outdoor
kind
living.
of, yeah, okay. Like you wanted to do an outdoor movie theater area, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
I mean, this is all I've done, eh? It's just a pool.
It would be a shame to just bulldoze it.
I just wanted everything big. So I might do 3 levels.
Okay.
Hey, maybe if I put this on the roof.
You can do a swimming pool on the roof? I haven't done that.
So there'll be an outside area, like ground floor.
Okay. I like that idea. Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. Like, I just want this all straight. Like I saw this other stream, this French girl was like making this house, and it was all perfectly straight. And it made me think like, oh, I should start over.
Was it like narrow? Did you mean a narrow lot? Or just a narrow house?
Just because the way it looks, it doesn't look completely straight.
Ooh,
Oh, they had like a 3-story house.
you should check out
Like
this
a
style
30
of house. It's called a single Charleston. They're so cute. Somebody did it, and it's really pretty. Somebody did it with glass roofs.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Well, yeah, thanks for like coming through and looking at my property.
No problem. This is
Really
fun.
appreciate it.
Have you ever like talked to another streamer while you're streaming? This is a first for me.
I mean, not right now, but I've had other streamers just watch, but not while they're streaming.
Okay. There's on Pinterest. There's a lot of really cute single Charlestons. Hold on, I'm putting
But
in
yeah,
the
I'll
link.
sub to your channel once you're affiliate.
Okay, I just put it on the chat. I don't know if it went through or not, but there's a link there for Pinterest on single Charlestons. And they're so cute and kind of easy to build, sort of. Here, I'll show you mine.
Where'd you put the link?
It's on the chat. Wait, I can just put it on yours.
On your stream?
Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't know if the link will go through. But just go
Okay,
to
I'll bookmark
Pinterest.
this.
Yeah, it won't go in, it won't go through. But if you go to Pinterest and just put single Charleston, you'll find a bunch of really cute style homes. They kind of look like this one, although this one I wanted to do mansard roof.
Yeah, I bookmarked the link.
Okay. I'm looking for the simmer. She did this house. It's called The Tides Changing. They did a Charleston single. Okay, I just sent the link there. This is a version of it where it's a narrow lot and it has a porch, and it also has a porch on the top part too, so you can always add to it. And in a lot like yours, you can go ahead and do something kind of similar where it's a narrow lot and then you build everything that you want on it and start adding to it, like extensions.
Yeah, I saved this link too.
Ah, they're kissy. I love these windows. I don't know where they came from. I'm pretty sure City Living. No, they came with the laundry day stuff. Do you have that one?
No.
There's this chair. I think this one was the Seasons though. That one's Seasons. Someone did not finish cooking. This one came with the Jungle Adventure. The restaurant one, Dine Out. Yeah,
Oh, and you can get a beer suit, eh?
yeah, you can. The bear suit. I can't remember what else comes with. These doggy doors, they're cute. I put them underneath the stairs, and then oh, you can't see it. That way you can just hide litter boxes. And then Seasons, one annoying thing is that
okay.
you will always have decorations come up whether you want them or not.
PS4?
I think so. I think you can do it on the PS4. But decoration will pop up regardless whether you want them or not. So you can go ahead and just kind of put the closet in there.
Do you have walk-in wardrobes?
You do, yeah. I think this house has one. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because I was told you can't do that on PS4. Because
I
it was
don't know
like
about that.
uploaded from other people.
Okay. The laundry day stuff I love. It's so cute to make these little laundry rooms. This one came with the Get Famous pack. You can be like a podcaster, beauty guru. But yeah, I have to get off here in just a moment. It was fun to see you and like your house. I think you should probably like try maybe revision it in a narrow lot. Start with that same lot, how big it is. Make a narrow lot or make a narrow house and then just start adding it to it.
Yeah, I think the entrance was out on there first.
See, this is one where like the entrance is it's right there. You can definitely decorate your entrance where it's like all this greenery. Or you can do a division or divider. I've seen a lot of simmers start
I think it's because of a
doing
wall.
these half walls and the little sprandle things. The wall you can always go
Like
ahead and start doing
all
like
space possible.
the wall you can do greenery. You can do some kind of brick or stone. Cause like a lot of brick houses, they're just square. They don't. You can't really add to it. It's just kind of stuck there. So that's you can always do that where it's just a stick or a brick house. You can do a black house against a white fence. That same fence, but in white.
Yeah, I was thinking like if I leave the wall and the door, and then start with like a pathway with like a garden area, and then the door,
Okay.
and then start the rest of the house.
Okay. You can do a Pinterest search. Do what is it
But
called?
yeah, I think that's where I went wrong.
Students do it all the time. That when they're like trying to figure out landscapings for their future architect designs. But they have this perfectly structured floor plans on like landscaping, like exactly where each bush should go, um, where the mulch should go, and everything. It's sorry, my alarm just rang. Okay, well I do have to go, but it was nice to see you.
So you're gonna end your stream then?
Yeah, I am. I'll probably get back on later though. You
No,
gonna
yeah,
keep streaming?
I'll see you next time. Yeah, I'm like 0.20 away from affiliate.
Ooh, that's fun. Alright, well, bye.